All right. So we still have a couple of participants who are joining in. Till then, I would like to introduce myself and extend warm regards to all of you who have taken time out and decided to attend the session today. My name is Ishita, and I am a natural health coach and a yoga wellness instructor with Wellcure. And Wellcure is actually a digital natural healing platform where we regularly conduct events and workshops related to natural living, natural healing. We are all products of the nature, and our aim over here with this digital healing platform is basically to connect you back to the roots and just educate and empower you to take your own health in your own hands. We have a wonderful repository of healthy recipes which follow the plant-based principle. And also we have number of health journeys on the platform. If you're looking for some inspiration of people who have healed completely, reversed all of their chronic conditions, and managed to absolutely medicine-free, then these are the stories that you should really be reading because they are very, very inspiring. And also, if in case you need any advice or you have questions related to your own health, then we have a panel of Nature Cure experts on the platform who are there to guide you, to support you, and to basically connect you with the right people. We also have a number of blogs. So if you're someone who's just starting out and wish to know more about what it is to live naturally, how do you incorporate these elements of nature into your healing journey, then you should definitely read out the blogs on the platform as well. So our website is www.wellcure.com. You will find all of this information over there. And we also have an app. So if you wish to stay connected and get notifications about the latest things that we are doing, then please do consider downloading the app as well. So before we begin, just a few ground rules so that we don't have any disturbances between the session and we have a smooth run. We have disabled the microphones. So if you have anything that you wish to say, please use the chat. Also, we would like that you pay full attention on the session today because we'll be, going through some really important, interesting concepts, and it would be nice for you to pay your complete attention. And also, we'll be taking up questions, but we would request you to stay on topic, and we will be able to take up those questions which are relevant to what is being discussed here today. If you find something interesting, then feel free to take down notes as well. Coming to the agenda for today, so we are going to be, starting out with some healing stories, really inspiring ones of people who have managed to reverse chronic conditions related to their heart, completely and managed to go medicine free. Then I will be handing over the session to the expert for today, Dr. Prashanti, and she will be sharing, basis her expertise. She will be taking you through some important concepts which you need to understand when you're on this healing journey. We will also be telling you about how you can take forward your healing journey, what are some of the steps that you need to take, and also a little bit about the details of the program that we have curated, so that you can find all of those resources in one place. And we'll also have the open house towards the end. So throughout this session, if you have any questions, then you can keep putting them in the chat, and towards the end, we will take up those questions. All right, so just a little, introduction, a few interesting facts about our heart. So we all know, that it's the size of our fist, and it It beats so many times a day without getting tired and constantly working. A male heartbeat is 70 to 72 per minute. A female heartbeat is 78 to 82 per minute. The blood vessel system, it's a very, very extensive network in there. Starts beating at 4 weeks after conception and continues to beat for life. Such a critical organ, and also body can have a natural bypass. Now, a little bit of facts about heart diseases. Unfortunately, we have been reading, I'm sure, in the news that now heart diseases are a reality in younger populations. A lot of the young crowd, unfortunately, has been getting diagnosed with these heart-related conditions at an earlier age. And in India, it has become the #1 cause of mortality. You can see the Times of India report in front of you. So heart diseases are one of the top causes of deaths, and it's really a worrisome condition which we have been noticing since the past couple of years. And so it becomes very, very important that from a very young age we understand, because the earlier we become aware of certain things, the easier it becomes for our body to reverse and to heal completely. So taking you through a couple of causes of what is it that really causes these heart diseases. So a lot of research papers have repeatedly come across certain causes which they have highlighted, and we have put across over here. So low consumption of fruits and vegetables, especially in the raw form, eating out quite often, ordering out, especially we all know that the lifestyle that we live today, eating out has become quite common. Ordering out food has become a very convenient habit. Also, the influx of processed food products. We have been eating quite a lot out of packets these days, and all of these packets come with, if you read the labels, they come with exorbitantly high amounts of sodium, as well as sugar, and as well as fats. We're also living very stressful lives and sedentary lives. We're not moving enough. Apart from that, there is also a high use of tobacco, which has been seen in these populations, and also unhealthy living conditions. Okay, so for example, pollution is, of course, a major cause of concern, and that is also one of the ways that toxins enter our system, our body. But the whole aim of this session is to leave you with hope. And so Dr. Cladwell, in his words, he says that if the truth be known, coronary artery disease is a toothless paper tiger that need never ever exist. And if it does exist, it need never ever progress. You may be surprised to know that countries like Okinawa, Papua Highlands of New Guinea, rural China, Central Africa, and the North Mexican regions have very low incidence of heart diseases. And the common thread is that they all thrive on whole foods, plant-based. Okay? So what is this whole foods plant-based? What is the theory and the science behind it? Dr. Prashanti will be the best person to explain that. All right, so to sum it up, Dr. Dean Ornish, he also suggests that heart disease is not an inevitable outcome of aging or heredity. We are very quick to blame it on age as well as on heredity, that because it's there in the family, we just lose hope there and then. We just assume that it's going to be passed on to us. But Dr. Dean Ornish has gone ahead and said that it's not inevitable, and it really is to some extent in your hand, and it can be prevented, it can be reversed by adopting a whole foods plant-based diet. All right, and we have a couple of health stories which can attest to this fact that this indeed is true, and it is very much possible to absolutely reverse and be medicine free, even if you have heart conditions. So we have multiple natural healing stories on Wellcure. For example, I'll just read it out quickly to you from Akhilesh Sinha. So he was struggling from spondylitis from the age of 16. He took conventional treatment, but finally, when he switched to nature cure and natural way of living, he reversed his diabetes as well as hypertension. And similarly, Nandini, who had high blood pressure and rheumatoid arthritis, she was also pre-diabetic, but could solve most of her problems just by transitioning to a healthier lifestyle, natural living. Anil Nagpal, again, he was someone who was going through diabetes, high blood pressure, cholesterol, but was able to give up all of his medicines just by incorporating natural foods. And also Pramod Pathak, he reversed his diabetes, high blood pressure, cholesterol, and overweight, stopped being overweight when he transitioned to this journey. And a few more health stories, which you'll find on our platforms, health journey section. So do definitely give them a read to understand what their journey was like and take some inspiration from there. All right, so at this point, I would like to introduce you all to the expert for today, Dr. Prashanti. So she is a cardiology specialist, MD, and she's also, she's based out in New Orleans, US, and she has 18 plus years of experience now in internal medicine and cardiology. She believes, it's her passion to take it to people that what a critical role diet and lifestyle has in preventing and reversing heart diseases. And she really, really encourages all of her patients to integrate this natural lifestyle very actively, and achieve a good sense of health. So, this is all from my side, and I'm going to now hand over the session to Dr. Prashanti. Dr. Prashanti, I welcome you to today's session, and I would now request you to take it forward from here. Thank you so much.
All right. Hi, everybody. I'm Prashanti Atluri. Thank you so much, Ishita, for the introduction. And thank you so much, Wellcure, for the opportunity to reach out to more people about healthy lifestyle and reversing their conditions so that they can live a medication-free life, as well as, feel a whole lot better when compared to using any of these medications or taking too many lab tests or going through surgeries or going under the knife. That's what we call it as. Actually, blood pressure and cholesterol are two issues that go hand in hand together, and they both are very, very much related to any kind of lifestyle that you have. This is totally lifestyle condition. As Ishita was mentioning, it doesn't have to do with your genes. Just because your parents had it, it doesn't mean you're going to have it, and you have to accept this as a condition that you're going to be living with it throughout your life, and also you have to start taking medications all the time. I'm seeing some questions from you all. You can keep posting them, or if you don't want to disturb the whole thing, you can write them down and I will talk to you one-on-one, or through the group chat, we'll go through that one. So just have a piece of paper and a pen next to you, write down what you want to put in the chat. And in between, when we take a break or at the end of the session, I'll talk to you. So what is whole food plant-based lifestyle? We call it as a short as a whole food WFPB lifestyle, and how is it going to prevent heart disease? That's the one. So here we have a bunch of examples or cases that we have. These are real life cases that we wanted to bring them to your attention so that you know what to expect from this program. You know how you're going to deal with the condition. You know how to reduce your medications and cut down your medications. We're going to help you with that. and we are here to help you. So this program that they have put together with the help of Asha, Anshul, and Ishita is excellent program. I have seen many other programs before, but this one is the most simplified version. It is understood by many people who are not even into any of these natural living or anything, but it really brings us back to many good many brings us back to where we are supposed to be, how we have to live. So let's start with this one. So case one is a 70-year-old gentleman who had just undergone a bypass surgery. He was still on and off having episodes of chest pain with minimal activity, and blood pressure is not well controlled. His doctor increased his medications for blood pressure and told him to consider low salt diet. He approached his whole food plant-based diet expert and quit all animal products, processed foods, and oil, and increased his raw intake. Started with only fruits for breakfast. Gradually, he was able to walk more blocks. His blood pressure stabilized, and gradually, his blood pressure medications were tapered off. He lost 20 pounds in the first 6 months, and he's feeling a whole lot better. So he's feeling a lot better. He doesn't have any more chest pain anymore, and his blood pressure is stable, and he's off of majority of his medication. Isn't it a good condition? I mean, a good way of living. That's how he feels at this point. Now, so we're going to explain to you in these sessions like how he changed his diet and what kind of other natural living modes he has adopted in order to be this way. Next case is, this is a typical condition we see day in and day out, as Ishita was mentioning, as we are seeing more and more younger folks who are having blood pressure issues, who are already taking blood pressure medications, who think their cholesterol is high and they are on cholesterol medications. At the age of 35, some of them are ending up with a heart attack. They are dying. Sometimes they die in their sleep. They end up in the hospital. They end up with a stent. They end up with a bypass surgery. All these can be prevented. All of this can be prevented. There is nothing new normal about the situation, or this is nothing genetic about it. It's all in your lifestyle, how we've been living all this past 30, 40 years of our life. That's the one that has built up all this disease. So this is a typical example of a case that happens, that we see every other patient of ours is like that. So this is a 38-year-old young techie who recently checked his blood pressure at a health fair that's conducted at his workplace. His blood pressure at that time was 180/90. He just took some tea or some sort of a salty snack before he went and had his blood pressure checked that day. And he checked it a few times during the following week. He went and bought a cuff and he started checking it. His blood pressure was in the range of, so top numbers were 180/160, bottom number was 70/80. So he immediately, his wife, this is a real life case. His wife is a friend of mine. So we talked about it, and he totally went into whole food plant-based diet, quit all processed food. He was already a vegan at the time, but the thing was, he was eating a lot of processed junk, like store-bought processed junk with salt and everything in it. So, but he increased his raw intake and he started maintaining strict gap of 14 to 16 hours between each meal. His blood pressure drastically improved. He actually took one of our courses in December of 2020, and he actually, the way he has modified his lifestyle, the way he just eats one meal a day that's little cooked, but majority of his food is raw, and he was very much strict on maintaining this 14 to 16 hours of break between eating. So he eats at sunset, and the next day, only when his peak hunger hits in, that's when he eats his next meal. That's how he has become strict about it. His blood pressure is normalized now. It's like the top number is around 130, bottom number is around 80, and he lost a decent amount of weight, and he's feeling a whole lot better. Of course, he's off of all his medications and everything. In his situation, what happened is his dad was diagnosed with hypertension at a very early age, and he ended up on dialysis, and he passed away getting with multiple sessions of dialysis, his body gave up and he passed away. Suddenly he died in his sleep. So that was his motivation. And when he heard that, when we told him it was his lifestyle that was the problem and not his genes or whatever he has inherited from his parents, that's when he was very much motivated to change his lifestyle. And he's now living a healthy, happy life, medication free, and he knows what is health and how to take care of it. That's the main aim of our program, is to make you your own doctor so that you know what exactly is health is and how to maintain it. Health is not actually as complicated as what doctors make you believe or what hospitals make you believe. It's actually a simple thing, simple concept with very um, few regulations and rules that if we really follow them, we do so well, we will never ever get to see a doctor unless it's some sort of an emergency like an accident or some trauma. That's how simple it is. Next slide, please. So we Wellcure, we base our principles on what we call as nature cure principles, which is totally material. Like it's based on toxemia. It's a material concept. It's based on toxemia. So what is toxemia? Toxemia is nothing but pollution that comes from outside, food that we eat that builds up, and every day, like the life processes, just the breathing itself, beating of the heart itself, all these generate lots and lots of toxins, or what we call as acids if we are a chemistry person. So all these acids that are built up in the system are the one that result in various kinds of diseases. At this point, what we need to do is we need to learn how to eliminate, how do we provide enough space and time for the body to eliminate these toxins that are built up from day-to-day living. If we let these toxins accumulate in our body, that's when we end up with all kinds of diseases. We can call them hypertension. We can call it high cholesterol issues. We can call it diabetes, thyroid issues, or constipation. Each and everything has a name in allopathy. But when you apply nature cures principle, it all boils down to basic toxemia. So how does toxemia happen? It's unhealthy lifestyle that builds up all these toxins. Toxemia manifests as a disease, whatever we want to call it, as in the form of an allopathic name. Body has a capacity. That's what it is. What it does is to maintain a clean environment. Only thing we need to do for the body is to give it time and space. We don't need a pill. We don't need a herb. We don't need any kind of home remedies or anything in order for this toxemia to be gone. Only thing we need to do is to give the body time. So body is a self-healing, self-maintaining mechanism. That's how nature has designed us. And with the right amount of inputs, we maintain it as a health. Otherwise, if we don't give the right inputs, we end up calling it as a disease. Okay. So next slide, please. So I want to open this one as I just went over one slide, but I want your participation in this. So I want you to read this question. I'm going to read it out to you, and please answer this one. How do you, so you have heard about what toxemia is, right? So how do you perceive toxemia? Is it accumulation of toxin in the body from regular wear and tear? Just living itself will accumulate toxins because that's what the body does. Modern stressful lifestyle and complex eating habits. Next one is gutters in cities that are filled with chemicals draining into pristine rivers. Next is factories that is letting out chemical fumes into fresh air, and all of the above. How do we look at toxemia in this one? Toxemia is multiple things. Yes, exactly. Yes, you guys are right. So I'm going to wait for others to read the question too. So toxemia is nothing but everything that's in and around us that's kind of contributing in the form of multiple amounts of acids, toxins, whatever you want to call it as. So if we let these toxins build up in our system, that's what we call it as disease. You can name it anything you want it: rheumatoid arthritis, lupus, any kind of complex disease that comes out of a mouth of allopathic doctor. It's nothing but toxemia. So toxemia is we cannot cure toxemia with any kind of pill or any herb or any kind of remedy or anything. It has to come within the body by giving it time and space, letting the body let out all these toxins, and we give fresh inputs in the form of raw nutrients like raw foods, or less processed food in the form of whole food, plant-based, and like living in fresh air, consuming fresh water, and living healthfully and mindfully. That's what we call it as. That's how we cure toxemia. Yeah, most of you understood what toxemia is. This is the basis for everything that we do in with health. So I want you to understand with clarity what toxemia is so that we can build health. Yes, everybody is answering now. Thank you so much for answering. So we're going to move on to next slide. So what is blood pressure? Blood pressure is nothing but the pressure that the blood vessels, that the heart maintains in the blood vessels in order to deliver enough amount of oxygen, nutrients to the cells. And also it has to maintain enough amount of pressure to bring back all these toxins and accumulated waste and everything back to the heart so that the heart can pump it out to organs of elimination like kidneys, to skin, to lungs, so that we eliminate it. That's what the blood pressure is always about. So blood pressure is, it's the body always regulates blood pressure. So depending upon toxemia, the more toxemia we have issues with blood pressure. It's high blood pressure in majority of the patients, but some of them will have low blood pressure too, based on toxemia. So blood pressure is different in different parts of the body, like your limbs have highest amount of blood pressure, and then your brain always needs continuous perfusion pressure so that we can think, we can be active, and we can do multiple things. And also depending upon how much stress you have in life, different times of the day, you have different kinds of blood pressure. The more stress we have in the situation, and anxiety, fear, or anything, your blood pressure goes up. The more happier you are, the more calmer you are, your blood pressure is down. So it's always like, if in females, they tend to have lower blood pressure when compared to men, because men have more testosterone hormone in them. And children have low blood pressures and higher heart rates, because that's how the growth and everything is maintained. And as we age, with the amount of toxemia we built up, all our blood pressures become hardened, and your blood pressure goes up. So toxemia is the one that leads to high blood pressure, high or low. If you don't have any toxemia in the system, if your blood is pristine and it's clean, you won't have blood pressure issues at all. Next slide. So again, same thing with cholesterol. Cholesterol is nothing but an innocent bystander. So what the body does is, the body is generating a lot of acids. That's what happens when we are alive. Also, this is acid in the system. So what body does is, in order to neutralize the acid, it sends out a base in the form of cholesterol to neutralize this acid. So both this acid and base, they react with each other. Then there is a calcium that's deposited, and body kind of like tends to save it in different areas in order to remove these acids from the system, because the acid, any kind of acid it burns the body. So we don't want any kind of burning in the body. So it burns the kidneys. That's why we end up with kidney failure. We end up with heart condition. All these things are part of toxemia. So cholesterol is there to save us. So it's an innocent bystander. It's an indicator that we have a lot of toxemia that's built up in the system. So body needs a decent amount of cholesterol. So we can't just clean up all the cholesterol. Cholesterol is needed for a regulation of all kinds of vitamins, fat-soluble vitamins. It is needed for vitamin D. Cholesterol is needed for, in order to synthesize all kinds sex hormones. Brain needs a decent amount of cholesterol in order to function. Majority of the brain is made up of cholesterol. So cholesterol is made in the liver, and it's sent to it's used for different kinds of jobs. So toxemia is the one that leads to a disturbance in cholesterol. So I want you all to understand, most of the times I end up getting all these cholesterol panels. They say full cholesterol, HDL, LDL, triglycerides, all kinds of things are put on the panel, and then it comes as high, low, and then people send them to me and asking me, okay, can you please tell us how to make these labs prettier? I keep telling them, it's not the cholesterol, this report that you need to make it look prettier. It's the toxemia. If you address toxemia, then your report is going to look prettier. A lot of times we were we are forced to put these patients on cholesterol medications. I'm sure most of you heard about Lipitor or some sort of a pravastatin, atorvastatin. All kinds of names are given to these. These are called statin medications. These medications are extremely toxic. It's $1 billion industry, and they're extremely toxic. They make us extremely sick. All they do is they make this lab report of ours look very prettier. But the thing is, they don't address the toxemia problem. So what happens is a patient A, let's assume patient Mr. Joy or someone is diagnosed with high blood pressure and high cholesterol. Immediately, the doctor jumps in to put him on medication for high blood pressure and cholesterol. So the blood pressure comes down and the cholesterol comes down. But then Mr. Joy progresses from stage A to stage B. He ends up with a heart disease. He ends up with a heart failure. Then to stage C, where he ends up with heart transplant or kidney dialysis. From kidney dialysis, he ends up with a kidney transplant. And then he progresses on to stage D, which is nothing but death. But in all these conditions, we never ever address from stage A to B to C to D. We never addressed his toxemia. We never addressed his lifestyle. We just kept on adding medication after medication, but his organs started failing one after another because there are acids in the system. The acids, what they do is they burn these organs down. That's why they end up with transplants and everything. If Mr. Joy's condition has been addressed in stage A or B itself with lifestyle changes, he would have never ever progressed to stage C or to D, which is nothing but death. So that's what we are trying to aim at this point, is medication-free lifestyle correction. That's what we need to do at this point. So this is nothing but toxemia. So cholesterol is built up because as a bystander in order to neutralize the acids in the system. So we address your high blood pressure and cholesterol. And these high blood pressure and cholesterol, if we leave it unchecked or if we keep treating it with medications, we end up, Mr. Joy, just like Mr. Joy, he ends up with a coronary artery disease, he ends up with bypass surgery and heart failure, eventually needing heart transplantation or kidney transplantation. So this is how progression takes place. So I hope I made this clear about the stages of disease, how people progress from A to B to C to D. If Mr. Joy's situation was addressed 10, 15 years ago with a lifestyle modification, a basic lifestyle modification, he would have never ended up on a transplant or he would have never passed away. So that's how important lifestyle and medication-free living are at this point for all of us. Next slide. So heart attacks. I'm sorry. Okay, questions for you. So when a person says, I want everybody to read this one and answer for us, because I want to see how many of you are able to understand what I'm trying to say. Otherwise, I'll make it even more simpler for you to understand what actually disease and what is health, what health is. When a person says they have diabetes, they have high blood pressure, thyroid, and cholesterol, coronary artery disease, etc., what does this mean? It means they have toxemia from their modern lifestyle. Next one is they have huge issue with one particular organ and rest of the body is fine. Just take the pill for the disease and then get it over with. It's just hereditary. And there is nothing they can do, and then they should take for pills forever and be on them and there's nothing to do for that. It's just all genetic. It's whatever their karma is, whatever they inherited it. So what do you think it is? Yes, you all picked it up right. It's toxemia. It's the wrong lifestyle that has built up this disease. There is nothing about genes or there is nothing about germs. It's all within us. I want you to understand this point. Never ever blame germs or never ever blame genes. Disease is built within us. Whatever we don't eliminate is the one that attracts any kind of disease. That's the holy grail of this natural nature cures principles. If we master this toxemia principle and address this, we will never ever fall sick or we will never ever get a chance to take a pill. So thank you for participating. Yes, you guys are right. Toxemia from modern lifestyle. So we have to take personal responsibility for what we do. We can't blame it on any outside entity. I'm going to answer all your questions in a second. So let's go on to move to the next slide. So heart attacks. So people say, oh, he died in his sleep. He had always had a very healthy lifestyle. But we always get to hear this, right? Oh, this guy, he's so young, he had a heart attack. He passed away in his sleep. But the thing is, always, I have never seen him do anything wrong with his lifestyle. He ate healthy and all that. But I want you to understand, disease is not built overnight. It kind of like accumulates because of or whatever we've been doing. This person who passed away in his lifestyle, he never got a chance to die. I mean, eliminate enough of his toxins that built up. Some of us just have this tendency to build up toxins, no matter some of us just have a tendency to build up these toxins, even though we tend to think we have a healthy lifestyle. And we always see some of these patients, folks who've been smokers all their life, they smoked and they'll get to live up to 80, no heart condition, nothing. And so it's all in a way like how our body eliminates toxins. Some do it effectively and very well, some don't do it. So what we need to do is we need to give our body a chance to do it and not take chances. So disease doesn't happen suddenly. Disease is never built up overnight. So toxin accumulation happens over time if there is no way out for the toxin. Some of us just accumulate them sometimes, but not eliminate in a way. So we need to give our body a chance to eliminate them. Circulating body, when the blood always carries these toxins to all parts of the body, causing different kinds of injury and inflammation. That's what we call it as different kinds of diseases. Body always gives us many warning signs along the way, either in the form of constipation, either in the form of fatigue, in the form of not able to handle any stress, or always feeling tired. All these things are warning signs of the body. What we tend to do is, when we get fatigued, what we do? We grab a cup of coffee or grab a cup of tea. Instead of giving body a break to rest, what we do is we try to keep stimulating the body in such a way, ignoring the signs that the body is saying that it has too many things going on with it. You need to slow down. We ignore the sign and we just keep going with it. So these are the warning signs. This is how a disease builds up. Symptomatic treatment without correcting the cause always leads to progress of disease. So for example, this patient of ours, Mr. Joy, always had history of constipation for a long time. He had a stressful life during his 30s. And then until he was 40, that's when Mr. Joy was diagnosed with hypertension. That constipation, that tiredness, that stressful living, he kind of suppressed it with the help of coffee, by eating a lot of stimulating foods, alcohol. He did everything. From 30 to 40, his body has, the past 10 years has given him many indicators for him to slow down. He ignored it and he went on. And then he ended up with hypertension at the age of 40. At the age of 50, he had a heart attack. At the age of 60, he ended up with a heart transplant. So this is how it progresses. So each and everyone who tells, oh, I was healthy all my life, I ended up this sickly overnight, we always have to dig back into their history and find out what exactly happened. And we always will find a cause for what happened to him. So that's what it is. So I hope you guys understood the basic essence of what we are trying to reach out to community to. And this is these few slides are the basic foundation of understanding how lifestyle correction is going to keep us healthy and medication free. Next slide. So let's see. So this is the final one of these things. So I am happy to answer any of your questions. So the next program will be pre-recorded sessions. If you consider this is what you are looking for. So are you looking for causes of blood pressure fluctuations and high cholesterol? How can I save my loved ones and myself from all these issues? Can these be cured? Can I be medication-free and disease-free just by adopting simple eating habits and lifestyle correction? What can I do? And also diet, sleep, dress, how do I fit them in my routine? So all these questions will be answered in our 4-hour session that we have pre-recorded. And then finally, once you're done with this do is we'll do a final session of like interactive session. You guys can tell me what your situation is, what is going on with and all these things. So this is what this program is. This is an excellent program, and it's actually for pennies. If you really consider an amount of money you pay for your general practitioner for a visit, and for the medication adjustments he does, and for the lab visits, it's so much. Like, I want next time we're going to put all these things together in one slide and show it to you. The program and how many patients were medication free and how they are living a healthy, happy life without any pain, without any hospital visits, without dreading what is going to happen next to them if they're going to end up with a heart attack or stroke or something like that. This is actually a blessing. I wish really more and more people make use of this and start getting over their medications and live this way. Medications have their own side effects. Each of them, some of them are their recalls saying that they have cancer or cancer causing agents in them, and the side effects are humongous. And we end up with later on the side effects like depression, fatigue, tiredness, cancers. Everything is related to these chemical compounds. A person who takes medications have to heal himself twice, one from the medication and one from the disease itself, from the inbuilt toxemia. So I think it's better to heal once rather than twice. So I just want everybody to look at this as a blessing and make use of this one for yourself as for your loved ones. Next slide.
Thank you, Dr. Prashanti. So just to elaborate on the course and what exactly will be included in this course. So this will be basically your guide. This course we've put together diet and lifestyle correction plan. We have nature therapies, some de-stressing techniques, and along with that there are 4 pre-recorded sessions which are taken by Dr. Prashanti, where she has in-depth, explained different concepts, reasoning behind it, and what are the actionables which you need to incorporate. So just to reiterate, there are going to be 4 sessions pre-recorded. Each session is about 1.5 to 2 hours. Along with that, there's always, of course, we are going to give you access to this introductory session recording as well. Basically, these sessions talk about understanding cardiovascular diseases, what they are, what is the real reason, and also what is Nature Cure's perspective and how do you go about, applying the Nature Cure principles and making it very, very practical. Along with that, we will also be giving you a heart-friendly diet plan so that you have it handy and you know exactly what it is that your daily meal plan should look like. There are Nature Cure therapies, so how to use fasting, how to use solar therapy, how to use spinal bath, how to use earthing. So all of these therapies, what they are, how they should be practiced, and what is the significance, what difference does it make, how does it make you healthier. All of those things will be given in this e-learning course. Along with that, we also have a little bit of yoga, meditation, breathing techniques. We all know what a profound difference yoga can make, in the general overall health. And of course, we're talking about heart here. So we have a beautiful meditation as well, which you can practice, and all of it at your own pace. The access period is going to be for 1 year. There are also exercises for de-stressing and for better sleep. Both of the things are very, very critical. Again, managing them well is going to get you closer to a healthier heart health. And if there are any more questions with respect to the course, please put them in the chat and I will be happy to answer them for you. Thank you. We can now proceed with the Q&A. So Dr. Prashanti, would you be reading it or do you want me to read them out?
No, I will read them. Let me just figure out where. I'm going to change the setting a bit. Let me see.
So basically, there's a QR code in front of you, which you can scan, and you'll be redirected to the link for the course. The price is $849. You can use the Wellcure 10 code at the checkout page, and you'll get a 10% off, and you can avail it at 764. If you're paying by Google Pay or Paytm, you have the number in front of you on the screen. Definitely do take a screenshot and send it across to us, because we that's the only way we can have a record of your payment. Yeah. Yes, Dr. Prashanti, that's all from my end. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm going to answer these questions. I hope people stayed back for the prof chat. Hi, ma'am. I'm 31. I'm having palpitations and fast heartbeat post-COVID, and I have sleep disorder. So yes, this is very common after post-COVID this one. So I want you to first of all go through the program and start lifestyle making changes. COVID or any kind of viral or any other, as I said, it's the germs or the genes. It always comes from our lifestyle itself. So if you want, I can chat with you one-on-one later on after you go through the program. But all of this can be corrected with basic lifestyle changes, little bit of yoga and fresh air and sunlight. And conditioning yourself to walking and all that. So yeah, go through the program. First, it's a very well done program. You're going to get all the elements of what needs to be done, including the diet plan. The diet plan is very well explained about what to do, what to eat, and all that. So, for me to just answer in one sentence is not possible. I have to take elaborate history, especially as I said, your entire life history needs to be known with your lifestyle and all. That will really be helpful for me to tailor out a plan for you. So Preeti is asking, major issues with blood pressure started 6 months back in palpitations. Why blood pressure and palpitations related? How anxiety leads to palpitations? Any natural ways for palpitations? Yes, Preeti, this is all related to toxemia. So go through the program and we're going to explain to you. And I need to know what exactly your lifestyle is like. As I said, diseases, all these things don't happen overnight. And all these things are part of, like a process that has these are indicators of your body, that your body needs it break, change from toxemia and break from it so that it can heal itself. So I hope you take care of the situation. So Rajkumar again is saying my left ear beats often. Yes, these are all related to toxemia. So let's work on it one-on-one. Next is Gurvinder. Hi, I have a small request. I will need the recording of the session as I'm out somewhere and my phone is not charged. Things. Of course, you're going to have the recorded session. They're going to email everything to you. So Rajkumar has the same thing. So need a recorded session. So what are not hereditary in some cases? It's not. Nothing is hereditary. It's toxemia that we inherit from our ancestors. That's the one that's hereditary. It's been passed on from generation to generation. That's the one that leads to toxemia, and then cancer is the final stage of toxemia. So I hope I answered your question well. But this is once we apply toxemia principles to each and everything that they diagnose us with, it really makes sense. Everything makes sense. So let me know if you need more answers to these to this cancer issue and the questions that you have. So Varnika is again asking, how does a person following nature cure way tackle with bacterial or viral infections? So bacterial and viral infections are a result of our toxemia. So when there is no toxemia, when there is no filth or no junk in the body, these are innocent bystanders. These are just scavengers, these bacteria, viruses, whatever we want to call them as. They are just there to help our body. Just like when there is garbage around us, the flies are attracted towards them. So that's what bacteria and viruses are. And when there is no garbage around us, there are no bugs or there are no flies or there are no nothing, mosquitoes or anything. That's how the body and nature work out. So I hope you understood what I'm trying to tell you. Manish is asking how to help our bodies to do toxin elimination efficiently. We don't help our bodies. We just give body time and space by not eating too much, by not stressing the body too much, giving it enough rest, fresh air and sun. That's how we eliminate toxemia. So we explain it very well in our 4-hour sessions by how to eat right, how to fast effectively, and how to move our body in an efficient way, and how to rest well so that we can eliminate toxins. There is no magic pill. There is no herb. There is no home remedy in order to eliminate toxins. Body knows how to do it. We just need to give it time and space. Okay. Balaji is asking when is this course going to happen, and duration as well. It's a pre-recorded session, so you can watch it at your own pace. You can take breaks, you can do what you want to do, or you can take down notes. This is for once you pay for the program, it's only for, you're going to get it for a year, so you have plenty of time to go over it. And we are always available in the background to help you troubleshoot, or if you have any queries about it. So Preeti is asking why one gets episodes of palpitations, shear causes, blood pressure, stress, anxiety. It's all toxemia. Again, we need to address, these are indicators that the body is giving us to slow down, to eliminate toxins, so that you don't end up with high blood pressure issues, coronary artery disease, or heart failure in the long run. That's what these sessions are. That's what this toxemia is all about. Then Rashmi is asking, will it be pre-recorded? Yes, it's a pre-recorded session, but I will be always available in the background if you have any questions. And at the end, once you finish watching them, we're going to have a question and answer session at the end. So is that certificate with our name be given after completing the course? I think so. Ishita can.
Yeah. So yes. So Balaji, once you complete the course, you can just notify us, and we will be happy to, give you a certificate completion. Course completion certificate is something that you will be provided.
Now Varnika has another question. Is there a specific cause why one gets a moving pain in the body some days in some parts, other days? Yes, because of the elimination of toxins, the way they are built up, you're going to get moving pain in the body, moves from one part of the body to another. These kind of questions, I just need to take a detailed history and talk to you one-on-one in order to see what exactly is going on with you. I can't answer in one chat or one session, one single text. So I hope you understand, but cover bone and joint related program. This one doesn't really cover bone and joint program, but all these things are interrelated. As I said, one organ is not independent of the other organ. These are all put together, diabetes or bone joint programs and everything corrected. That's how we do it. So yeah, these are all connected. This program will give you some information about how to change lifestyle. Preeti is asking, is anemia too a condition of toxemia? Yes. Anemia too is a condition of toxemia. Why somebody eliminates toxin fast despite with a bad lifestyle? Well, I'm telling you, that's the hardest question. Nobody knows. But the thing is, we just need to accept it when we just need to adopt a healthy lifestyle. Some people smoke forever, all their life. They always never have any issue with cancers or anything. And some people with just a little bit of stress in their life end up with toxemia. So it's the way we are all built. We are all built little differently for this toxemia to manifest. Does it help in thyroid patients? Aparna is asking. Yes. It's the same lifestyle because each and every organ is connected. All our body is one system. But we are going to do an independent thyroid program in December. Asha and I are constructing one. So we are going to let you know if you really need one specific thyroid program. What about raised triglycerides? It's the same thing. It's the liver that's trying to make more and more in order to neutralize acids in the system. So it's the same thing. Do not ever attempt to make your lab reports, that's the lipid profile, look pretty. It's the lifestyle that needs to be addressed. Next, Pramod is asking, after post-COVID, I have a blood pressure. How do I reverse it? It's the same thing. COVID is nothing but toxemia that's built in our system. So let's try to give body some time and space to eliminate the toxins that have been built up. because of, wrongful living or stressful living in the past that you have done for the past couple of decades, then your blood pressure will reverse it. Never, do not ever start medications. I'm here to help you. You can talk to me. Okay, which course keyword to be filled? I don't know. Ishita has to answer this question.
So, Gurvinder, we've actually shared the direct link with you. So, all you have to do is click on that link, and you'll be, taken to a particular. There'll be a code segment over there. You just need to enter the Wellcure 10 code, and you will automatically get a 10% off. I hope that was what you were asking. Please use the link to make the booking for the course, or use the Paytm or GPay number. Just transfer the amount, and make sure that you're also sending the screenshot along with your name, along with your email and other details like number, so that we can keep a track of your payment.
Yogeshwari is asking, I got high LDL 200, total cholesterol 260. How to control levels? Do I need to start medication? Do not start any medications. It's all, as I told you before, cholesterol is an innocent bystander. It's actually helping us out. So what it does is it's there to neutralize the acids or the toxins that have been built up in the system. So you need to address your toxemia. I want you to go through the program, change your lifestyle, and you can talk to me one-on-one or through the group, anywhere, or on the chat day, and we're going to address it. But do not ever start taking any kind of cholesterol medications. Next one is Rashmi. I get occasional palpitations early in the morning while waking up, late at night, as if I have ran on a marathon. What might be the cause? Is the same thing, toxemia. Whenever you're fatigued, whenever you're tired, your body is sending signs to you to slow rather than stressing yourself. So go through the program and see if it aligns with your lifestyle, and see what changes you can make. And in a matter of few months, once you really are getting deeper into the lifestyle modification, a whole lot better. Next one is Ritu is asking, are sudden deaths post-vaccine growing in numbers? Yes, unfortunately, yes, that's the truth. And somehow, nobody is recording them, but we keep hearing them. The reason is, if you really look at the vaccine ingredients, you will know what it is. So you're putting your body in a lot more toxic environment by suddenly injecting these toxins into our body. So a body that already is brimming to the top with toxins from their lifestyle. Now you put more toxins in them in the form of vaccine, it blows up. So that's the reason why this happens. So yeah, we can talk one-on-one about it. I don't have the exact statistics because no one is collecting, everyone is ignoring them. So, but we are hearing a lot, and I have seen a lot of it happen within my close circles. So, yeah, be watchful. Do not follow the herd. Think for yourself and see what needs to be done in this situation, especially with the mandates and everything that are going on. Kavesh is asking about a diet chart. First of all, go through the plan. We have an excellent plan that's put together that's very well suited to Indian plant-based lifestyle, and everybody can adopt to this one. Rashmi is again asking, I do have blood pressure and taking Telma and Met. I got blood pressure at 38 with early menopause. Miss Rashmi, you have toxemia. It needs to be addressed. There is nothing new. These are not new normals. You're 38. You're not supposed to be getting early menopause in any form or shape. So go through the program. I'll be happy to talk to you and we can address it. But you need to get off of these medications as soon as you can, with the help of either Wellcure coaches or me or anybody, but this needs to be addressed. Albany is asking, what is the time or depends on us? Yeah.
Self-paced. It's a self-paced course. There are going to be no live sessions, so it's totally upon you.
So Sarita is asking, food to avoid for HDL, cholesterol, and fatty liver. It's all, your liver is working very hard. It's from toxemia. So go through the program and see, do one by one, adopt the lifestyle and see. And after a year or so, we can check your cholesterol and see what it is doing, but not right now. but unless you adopt your lifestyle. Manish is asking, is higher LDL cholesterol also linked to toxemia? Of course, triglycerides are normal. Everything. Do not blame the cholesterol. Blame the toxemia first of all, and try to take care of it. Cholesterol is there to help you. I'll be keen to have one-on-one consultation. Is it part of the course? First, I want you to finish the course, and then you can contact us, and I'll be happy to do one-on-one session for you and address all your issues, and we can get you on the right path.
So, Dr. Prashanti, I would also like to interject at this point and say that we have a catch-up call also. So, for people who have signed up for the course, after 2 weeks, we will be giving you some time, 2 weeks time to go through the course completely. And we are sure that you will have some questions and you will have some doubts which you would like to clarify. So, for that, we will be actually keeping a special Q&A session on 4th of December, so that everyone, just like a Zoom call, where you can all come and you can get your questions clarified, and Dr. Prashanti will be there to answer them. Sorry, that's all that I wanted.
If you have time, like we have some important questions here. I want to address them. Prema is asked, I have gestational high blood pressure. Can this be? Yes, gestational high blood pressure is toxemia related, severe toxemia related. And I want you to go through the program. And also I want to talk to you one-on-one if needed, because your baby also will be inherited in the same kind of toxemia. So if you need to address your family lifestyle as a whole in order for your child not to inherit the same thing. So as I said, toxemia is all inherited. That's what we pass on, or whatever we call it as a karma or something that we pass on to next generations. That's what it is. Preeti is asking, I would like to one-on-one consultation. Yes, we can do one-on-one consultation, but please go through the program. The program is very well done. Love the program. And then once you get a clarity on what the program is, one with you. What are the charges for one-on-one talking? How do I do that? Ishita will let you know. It's nothing much, and even if you can pay for me, that's fine too. We can talk one-on-one too. I just want people to be medication free and adopt a healthy lifestyle and spread the word in the community so that everybody knows what is health and what is disease, because that's the most needed thing that we need to do at this part of history of care and disease and all these things. So yeah, we can talk to you. Vaiba, will you be making a diet plan based on the profile of the individual? Yes, we can do that depending upon what nationality you are or what part of the country you're coming from. I will help you address your diet plan. Vaibhav is asking, will you be making a diet plan again? So is high sensitive C-reactive protein related to heart condition? It's nothing but toxemia. It's an indicator of toxemia. So that means the toxin load is high. We need to do something to get it out. Like not something, but we need to give body time and space to get the thing out. Next, Rashmi is saying, sure thing, ma'am. Thank you so much for the explanation. Looking forward to the e-learning program. Yes, please take its help. I'm really telling you, it's not even for money what we are trying to do here. What you're paying is not even worth imagine the practitioner visits, imagine the lab draws, imagine the heartache. Like I'm seeing some of the hospital bills, they are in 10 lakhs, 20 lakh bills. All this can be avoided just by going through these e-learning programs and talking to us. And we're going to hold your hand and walk you through this. Just the basic lifestyle changes. It's going to save you a lot of heartache. Is consultation first, or we need to complete the course and then consultation follows? I prefer you go through the course first because it gives you a decent amount of understanding about what to do. Then I can do the consultation and I can tweak what is needed. I usually handhold most of the patients. We help you get off of your medications. And also we do like in between consult visits too, to see how you're doing and if you need any help. So, so that's all. And Rita is saying, thank you so much for the needed knowledge. Yes, this is the need of the hour. I mean, I don't know how much to stress this, but looking at some of the medical records that people are sending us, it's just making us break into tears. It's a heartache to see this much of ignorance and doctors not making decent decisions for the patients, and patients not able to get needed support and help. So I think at this point, it's the patients who are going to change the world. Like whoever, it's the public patients, whoever is going to, you guys are going to go back and tell the rest of the doctors how a lifestyle correction has helped them, and maybe they will start learning what to do. So does age and personal problem be taken care of? Yes, it can be. Nothing is related to age. Is obesity also related to toxemia? Yes, everything, it's a toxemia related. So anything can be addressed by lifestyle. So, I mean, if you have any more questions, I'll be happy to answer them later, or we can do the final chat after you guys go through the program, and we are always here to help you. And Wellcure has built an extremely beautiful program at this point, and wish everybody can make use of it. And if you have any kind of financial issues, not able to pay or anything, if you can let us know, we'll be happy to help you, give you concessions or waiver it. But we want you to adopt a healthy lifestyle, which is going to make a whole lot of difference, a night and day difference in your how you're going to live your life and for your family too.
Okay. So there's one question from Kalyan. So Kalyan is asking whether the fee is 849 or 1500. So if you're opting just for the course, it's actually 849, but you can use the Wellcure 10 code and opt for the discount. You can opt it for 764, and 1500 would be in case you also wish to take the consultation from Dr. Prashanti along with the course. So I hope you understood, Kalyan. If you want to go for personal consultation with Dr. Prashanti plus the e-learning course, then that's 1500. We will also be putting the recorded session shortly, into the group that you all are a part of, so that you can take the links from there, take the recording. You can revisit the recording as well. Yes, I'm going to put the link again for the personal consultation plus e-learning course. And also a reminder for all the people who have signed up for the course, please give us 24 hours. We will give you access. You will be notified about it on your emails. And also, you all will be added to another WhatsApp group where we will notify you regarding the Q&A session, which we have planned for all of you. So you go through the course. We'll give you 2 weeks, go through the course completely. If you have any questions, then you can come back, after 15 days and get them clarified. You can, from Dr. Prashanti herself.
So Aparna is asking, can once again someone mention about thyroid? We haven't decided the dates yet. We still were thinking when to do in December, but Ishita or somebody from Wellcure is going to get in touch. Maybe an email or something will be sent to you once the thyroid program opens up. We are also looking forward to this thyroid program because I know it's an emotional journey for a lot of women. And we are going to we are putting it together in such a nice way so that it's going to be a good amount of hand holding. A lot of my folks who we put on lifestyle transition, we were able to get them off of their thyroid medications. They are doing so well and so happy with their lives, with the changes that they made. I don't think anybody should be taking any of those medications at all. So that's where we are. So I'll let you know.
Yeah, Parna, you can stay in the group. If you are in any of the Wellcure groups, you will surely be notified about it. Yes, we will be notifying. So, Dr. Nidhi, I'm not sure which details of the program are you talking about. This particular program, BP and cholesterol correction. So yes, this is like we mentioned, these are pre-recorded session. It's an e-learning course. It has to be done at your own pace. So there's not really any particular time for the live sessions that we have. We only have pre-recorded sessions which you can go through at your own pace. And we've also shared a couple of links in the chat, so you can simply go through it. You will be able to see all of the course highlights which I mentioned a while back. So what all will be basically included in this course? It will have diet plan, natural therapies, yoga and meditation modules. So all of it will be mentioned very clearly on the links. I'm going to share it again in the chat, and I don't see any new questions. So thank you so much, everyone, for taking time out today. And we really, really are grateful that you attended the session, and we hope that you took back some value add and learned something new. Gurvinder, you can get in touch with us on the number which has been mentioned on the screen. So you can just take a screenshot, and you can, or you can simply, connect with us via any of the Wellcure um, groups that you may be a part of. info@wellcure.com is also our email ID. So if in case you have any questions, you can put them on this particular email ID, and we'll be very proactive in getting back and resolving any of your queries. All right. So thank you again, everyone. Wishing you all a good evening, and hope to see most of you sign up for the course. We really hope that it makes a major difference in your health and well-being. Thank you, Dr. Prashanti.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Ishita. Have a good one.